Seahawks fans, I got a challenge for you. All month long, we are battling our Cowboys Report channel for the rest of February to see who can get the most likes on their respective channels. Tom Dowdy of the Cowboys Report, he said there's no way the 12s can match the Cowboys fans in likes. And I said, Tom, you're wrong. You never doubt the 12s, all right? They're going to come through, and they're going to show why they are the best fans in the National Football League. So let's stick it to the Cowgirls, like today's video, and we'll get started with today's show. Mock draft season is alive and well, and on this edition of Seattle Seahawks Today, we will explain why Mike Macdonald will love the latest mock draft from CBS Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and tell you who the Seahawks are projected to take according to CBS at 18th overall. They have the Hawks taking Georgia safety Malaki Starks. And I got to tell you, I'm very intrigued with Malaki Starks. We're going to go over his scouting report, his stats, and tell you everything you need to know about Malaki Starks in just a moment. But let's begin with why the folks at CBS projected Starks to Seattle. Starks is the ideal do-everything safety type for Mike Macdonald in Seattle. He's not quite Kyle Hamilton freaky athletically, but handled a plethora of duties in Kirby Smart's advanced defense at Georgia. Now, let me make this clear. I like Malaki Starks, really do. Saw a lot of him at Georgia over the last few seasons. But personally, he would not be my first choice. This is not who I would be projecting Seattle to take at 18, not who I think they will take or who they should take. So I want to make that clear. Nothing against Malaki Starks, but let me explain a little further here. I do love the comp to Kyle Hamilton. I think that Kyle Hamilton is one of the great success stories of Mike Macdonald's defense with the Baltimore Ravens. He really emerged and came along and is turning into one of the best safeties in the National Football League. And I think he learned a lot from Mike Macdonald, and he was a natural fit in Mike Macdonald's defense. When I look at Starks, it's obvious. He is a heck of a football player, and he does it all from the safety spot. Problem is that Seattle seems to be in decent shape, at least at the safety position for now. More on that coming up later. Let's begin with Starks' scouting report. As I got to tell you, I think he fits exactly what Mike is looking for if he was in the market for a safety. Here is what we're talking about here. Starks is a strong run defender. That's been a big point of emphasis in Mike Macdonald's defense. It's guys that not just cover well, not just get after the quarterback, but also stop the run. He's got great ball skills, which you have to have if you're playing the safety position. He's an outstanding athlete, just as athletic as hell. He shocks blockers and, disengages them. It's pretty impressive what he does. One kind of knock on him of sorts, he does step slow to sink his hips at times. So maybe he needs to work with Shakira or something on the hip movement, but other than that, the scouting report overall pretty solid there when it comes to Malaki Starks. How would you grade the pick of Malaki Starks by CBS Sports? A, B, C, D, or F. Weigh in our pinned comment today. Let me know what you think. You might get an ad break while that ad's playing. Get your votes in. Let us know. A, B, C, D, or F. Now, here's why I am opposed to the pick of Malaki Starks. I would prefer the Hawks go offensive line and get the help that they desperately need there at multiple positions on the offensive line. But if we're sitting here on draft night and Roger Goodell gets the card and he raises it up and says, with the 18th overall pick, the Seattle Seahawks select Malaki Starks, I ain't going to be mad about it. I ain't going to sit here and, lose sleep over that pick. I think it'd still be a solid pick, but it's not necessarily the best you can do in this circumstance. You look at Malaki Starks now. First-team All-American, two-time first-team All-SEC selection, won a national championship with the Georgia Bulldogs. His resume is fantastic. It's about as good as you can realistically ask for of any college player you're looking at with the 18th overall pick. And the numbers, pretty dang good too. This past season, career high in tackles, 77. 4 tackles for loss. That's a career high. 4 pass breakups and 1 interception. And although his pass breakups and his interception numbers are down compared to what they were the prior 2 seasons, as you can see in the coverage stats, teams weren't throwing the ball as much his direction this past season, as he only allowed 52 pass attempts with 34 completions his way. Under 500 yards, just 2 touchdowns given up, and a quarterback rating allowed of 97.7. So pretty solid numbers. I can live with that when it comes to Malaki Starks. And he does more than just the coverage stuff, as we mentioned, with the ability that he brings to the run defense as well. He looks like a complete football player. Should the Hawks draft Malaki Starks? What do you think of this possibility? Type Y for yes, in for no. Chime in the comment section. Let me know what you think. We are bringing you top-of-the-line Seahawks offseason coverage here on Seahawks Today, as we have our daily news and rumors, sometimes 2 and 3 videos a day, 2 live shows each and every week. We also are bringing you the latest on the draft, free agency, trades. We are your offseason headquarters here on Seahawks Today. So here's what I need the 12s to do. I need you to subscribe, but also need you to turn on your notifications as well. That way you're the first to know when we have new content here on the channel. And look, now it's the off season. I kind of get to enjoy myself, get to travel a little bit, enjoy my weekends now. And even when there's news, when I'm on the road, whatever it may be, I don't care if I have to do a video from my car. I did one from the road when we were on our way to New Orleans for the Super Bowl a couple weeks ago. I'll do it for you guys. I got you covered. Subscribe now for youtube.com/Seahawks TV. So here's the thing when it comes to Starks. As mentioned, everything we have said on this show is not a knock whatsoever on Malaki Starks and his talent ability. I am not questioning one bit whether or not Malaki Starks will be a good football player in the National Football League. But the issue is that this would be a luxury. This is not a priority need for Seattle of the circumstance that they're working with. And to add to that, you look at the safeties that are there right now with Julian Love and Kobe Bryant. Julian Love had a Pro Bowl campaign in 2023, followed that up with another impressive season last year, and then Kobe Bryant had a nice breakout season this year with, 3, 4 interceptions? I mean, a pleasant surprise. And I know Mike would like the ability to play 3 safeties, and I would think that Seattle's going to make some changes to allow Mike to have that ability to do so. I can't sit here and imagine that it's with a first-round pick to give him that flexibility on that front. Lance Erline of NFL Media had this in-depth analysis on Starks. He said this: Starks is a versatile safety with the size and athleticism to eliminate contested catches and the speed and ball skills to shine when the action travels deep. Connection to the route is inconsistent in man, and he's baited out of position by misdirection, but better discipline and anticipation should clean that up. He's not a true force player near the line, and his pursuit angles can be raggedy. Can't remember the last time I saw raggedy in a scouting report. But he gets guys down when he's in position. Starks has feast or famine moments on tape, but he figures to test well and star in team interviews. He's a future starter as a movable back-end piece. I like the versatility as well, of being able to put him in different spots, and that's something I think Mike Macdonald would like as well. And we go back to the comparison at the top of the show to Kyle Hamilton, and one of the things that Mike did with Kyle Hamilton that helped him in his development, Kyle Hamilton was all over the field. He was playing safety. He was playing some nickel. He just thrived everywhere. So if you are going to go this route, although I wouldn't recommend this, I would much rather draft an offensive lineman here. If you are going to draft someone else in a safety, Malaki Starks, not a bad option at all, and I think he'd be a good fit for what Mike Macdonald's looking to do on defense. Who's a player the Seahawks should draft? Plenty of names out there. I'm not even saying first-round pick. Who is somebody that you want to see with one of Seattle's picks end up on this squad in 2025? Give me a name in the comments section. If you enjoyed today's video, if you want to stick it to the Cowboys Report, all you got to do is hit the like button on today's video. We certainly would appreciate it. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.